For me, making murals is kind of an excuse to inject color into the city landscape. I find it's really nice to inject these colors that maybe aren't just found in the nature of the city, and have sort of a color explosion in one area. And it's just color for color's sake, just to break your eye from maybe the monotony of gray.
L'art dans un milieu urbain comme ici, c'est vraiment important parce que ça donne un petit peu de poésie à l'espace urbain. S'il y a des détails auxquels je veux que les gens portent attention, en fait, c'est vraiment la nature. J'ai voulu, dans l'espace urbain, remettre de la verdure, même si c'est un peu artificiel.
Hi, my name is Megan Lim. I'm the illustrator of Fins to Feathers, which is now installed at the Corktown Footbridge. When I'm creating public art in particular, the considerations I have when I'm creating it, specifically when it's outdoors also, is that I pay attention to the environment and how the space is being used.
What I love about a piece of art that you encounter often is finding little things all the time when you look at it. So if you were standing at the bus stop across the street and you were looking at this mural, maybe one day you'd be focused on the cream colored shape with the orange dot on the blue background. And the next day, maybe this green shape with the cream lines in it would catch your eye. So there's always something new and you can kind of just lose yourself in those.
Mon processus créatif, pour moi, souvent, je vais penser à des choses que j'ai envie d'illustrer, des choses qui me tiennent plus à cœur. Souvent, je vais chercher l'inspiration dans la nature. Comme je fais de l'illustration, je me base souvent sur, c'est souvent un rapport texte-image. À partir de ça, je pars en esquisse, je fais des pages d'esquisse avant de trouver quelque chose qui m'intéresse.
The aspect of creating art for the wider public that I most enjoy is having some sort of representation in some way. I love the craft of creating art. I love flexing my creative skills, but for it to really connect with people is really the cherry on top. That's something I've found when I put my work out there, is that even if it's a very personal topic, someone will kind of resonate with it.
Puis aussi, ce qui est intéressant avec l'art urbain, c'est que c'est accessible à tout le monde, dans le sens que tu n'as pas besoin d'aller dans un musée, puis c'est aussi comme sur le chemin des passants, donc tout le monde peut vraiment apprécier l'art dans l'espace urbain.
Call and response to me immediately evoked the idea of animals. I landed on birds because I think birds are the creature we most often hear communicating. So my favorite bird call is from the mourning dove, and I used to hear it a lot growing up in Ottawa, so that's how I landed on mourning doves.
J'aimerais que les visiteurs retiennent de mon œuvre qu'on peut avoir un impact sur notre environnement, qu'on doit faire attention à ce qui nous entoure pour avoir un meilleur futur.
For me, art can be kind of a meditative thing. So I hope that people, maybe their eyes fall on it and it just takes them out of their busy day for a moment, and maybe the color, allows them to just meditate or have a calm moment.
I see my work at the end of the day when it's first installed as an interruption of someone's typical day, because it's something new, right? Whenever you see something new in your neighborhood, you stop. Hopefully it's a good thing when they see my work, and it's my job to ensure that it's positive. It might be a little bit more introspective or a little sad, whatever the piece intention is there. And then hopefully, eventually, the artwork kind of becomes just a part of their everyday, becomes a reference point to meeting someone for dinner. I'm gonna go meet you at this staircase or this mural, and it just becomes part of the space. And I think that's a really fun part of public art.